What's good, family? What's good, world? What's good to the believers? I'm out here chilling in nature on that Ralph Smart shit, thinking about divine communication, communicating with God, communicating with angels, communicating with spirits, communicating with dark spirits, communicating with all the ethereal, celestial, divine beings. Many people complain about prayer being ridiculous. They criticize prayer, they don't see a point in prayer, they don't understand prayer. And I used to be one of those people, so I find it a little extra humorous that most of that comes from ignorance, most of that comes from never actually trying to pray. Like most people's, whether you think that mysticism, whether you think that divine incarnation or invocation is a good thing or a bad thing, you can't deny the fact that it exists and that it's real, unless you, like most scientific thinking people, you worship human ignorance, which is sadly what we have today in our scientific field, is that it's very inhumane. It doesn't really enact within it. It's trying to rewrite all traditions of not just man, but of humanity itself. Traditions of our elders, wisdom that we've had for centuries, wisdom that we've had for millennia, trying to be rewritten, trying to be reworked to fix this modern day juxtaposition of what we used to have. When you pray, you're not having a conversation with someone directly towards you. You can't really pray in a way that you're expecting an instant result. I'm not going to say that prayer, sometimes you pray and you do get an instant result. It happens all the time. Sometimes you pray for something and you immediately, within your day, you're immediately within the next 5 minutes or the next 5 seconds. If I pray, for instance, if I pray for Archangel Zadkiel to help me find something, I usually find that thing within the next half hour. You gotta take it for what it is, but if you're solely seeking criticism, then like any form of communication, if you're only seeking a form of criticism, if you're only seeking a form of conflict without resolution, without conclusion, without understanding, without amelioration or betterment, your communications on earth are going to be just as poor as your communications as in heaven. I can't tell you that there's any specific or fast way to get your prayers answered faster than others, because I saw a video on that. I didn't watch it, but I saw the video and I was like, that's ridiculous. You're going to get 3 answers from any prayer that you have. The first is yes. You're going to get a clear, very defined, very declarative yes to whatever it is you pray for, whatever it is you ask for. The second prayer you're going to have, and the second response you're going to have, is no. In the same way, you're going to have a very declarative no, a very clear declarative denial in what it is you want to do. For instance, you might be in a relationship that you don't like. You might pray to God and the archangels to take you out of the relationship, and the response you constantly get is no. The reason this usually is that you're praying for something very egotistical, something very selfish, something counter to God's will. And if that's the case, the answer is always going to be no. He's not going to fulfill, he's not a fucking genie. He's not going to fulfill something against his wishes and against his vision. Any prayer, any blessing that you ask from the Almighty has to align and has to co-create with what it is that he likes and what it is that he has set for you, what he is destined for you. He's not going to give you something that takes you off your path. He's not going to take you something that's going to worsen you. He's not going to give you something that's going to make you damage goods essentially to his vision for you. If you need adventure, he'll give adventure. If you need growth, he'll give you growth. He's the Father. But the third option, and I guess this is what most people are understanding it, and if you live in a very instant gratification oriented life, this will lead you to believe that God doesn't exist, is that God will say, wait. I recently had a job at Popeyes that was pretty god awful. I've even talked to someone who used to work there, and they declared that place is actually hell. And it is. It's awful. If you eat Popeye's chicken, stop. All the food is laced with MSG. None of the food is organically cooked, not even organically in the sense of coming raw from the ground. Everything comes out of bags. Everything comes out of bags. And I wanted a new job, I wanted a new opportunity, but he said, no, like you have work to do here. So wait. I didn't have to wait long. It took like another month or so and I got a better opportunity. Good or bad, I got a new opportunity. I'll probably be there for another couple months before I move on to my next project. But you might seek something with room left to grow. You might seek something, but you haven't really finished the current chapter in your life yet. You might seek something that you purely and you understand you don't need. If you're praying for God for a new Lamborghini instead of praying for the opportunity to earn a Lamborghini, you're more than likely not going to get the Lamborghini. God's not just going to drop a car in your life. If you need a car, if you need transportation, you can gladly pray for that. And you'll find means to what it is that you need rather than what it is you want. But that is how God acts. That's how the Almighty acts. The Almighty always acts in what it is you need rather than want. Now on the flip side, you have the forces of evil, you have the forces of darkness. The forces of darkness will always provide what it is you think you want. They're always going to provide some absorbent and opulent desire. Quite honestly, if you're asked to join the Illuminati offers you, I think it's $100,000 a month, a new car, and you just got to sell your soul forever. And you got to pay dues. You have to pay dues to join the Illuminati. That sounds great, that sounds rich, that sounds wonderful. But you're aligning yourself, and then little bit, people will probably take the opportunity, and that's great. You already stand defeated. But you're taking money in a currency that's built upon oil, that's fiat. So all the money you get's going to depreciate eventually, unless you invest it properly. Which most people won't do because you're only getting in it for the money. You're selling your soul away so that you'll be controlled opposition, or at least be like control the fucking comrade. There's a limit to what you can say, to what you can or can't do. The only thing you can do from that point forward is jerk off your dick and play with your money. But to live like an actual life of purpose, live an actual life of gratification and fulfillment and of joy, many people have money, they have wealth, and they deal with the same exact problems that you face being poor. Many people have gone to college, they've gone to trade school, they've educated themselves, they ameliorated themselves, but they never made themselves better people, so they still suffer endlessly in their lifetime. Pray for opportunity, pray for growth, pray for education, pray for things that are going to make you better, pray for things that are going to increase your value, pray for things that increase your service to other people, and those prayers will always be answered. Pray for the things God wants, and they will always be answered. But if you keep only praying for yourself, you keep only praying for your ego, you only keep praying for the things that appease you and appease what's below the navel, appease what's beneath the chest, you're going to have to wait on most of those prayers, or they just straight up won't be answered because you don't deserve it. Anything that you've earned or anything that you deserve in life comes to you. Anything that you're truly seeking that it is you need comes to you. Whether you take the opportunity or don't take the opportunity is a different answer. But anything that it is in this life that you desire, anything in this life that you truly need, God will provide for you. You will always be provided for. Alright, so good luck in everything you do. God bless. Contact me with any questions you might have. And if you're divisive, if you're an enemy, if you're opposition, you're just going to be ignored from this point forward because you serve no real purpose in this world anymore. Have a good day.